Welcome to Focus Washington. I'm Chuck Conconi. I have a special guest today, Michael Stanton, who is CEO and President of the Association of International Automobile Manufacturers, a big title. Explain a little bit to the group and who's in it, please.
Well, thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here today. We have Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Subaru, Hyundai, Kia, a number of manufacturers. I'm very proud to say they produce 46% of the vehicles that are sold here in the United States, and they have invested billions and billions of dollars here in this country.
Yeah, very successful companies, but the automobile industry is having problems right now, severe problems. There's a report out just recently about Ford's numbers being way down. Is this an appropriate time to get involved in the complexity of emission standards, which is going to cost more and probably cost the consumer more?
Yeah, sales in the industry are terrible. We've gone from about a 15.5, 16 million unit sales per year down to a little bit less than 10 millions, and that means that everybody is hurting and needs to sell more vehicles, and we need to get the credit flowing again, and we need to get going in the economy of selling automobiles. But beyond that, we do have regulatory challenges that confronts us, and one of which is the greenhouse gas issue, and it's a very big one because it's the same as fuel efficiency in a lot of ways, and a lot of people want to regulate that. And the truth of the matter is we have to move forward on reducing greenhouse gases. We have to increase the fuel efficiency of our vehicles. So there's never a good time to do it. Will it cost more? Yes, but we'll have to figure out a way to do it.
How are the standards going to be established? I understand there's so many agencies, EPA, and California has a plan. I mean, how's it going to work? How are you going to get this coordinated?
Yeah, we're trying to work our way through that now, and I think we've got the new administration at least focused on the fact that there's an issue here. We've got the Department of Transportation that has responsibility for promulgating fuel efficiency requirements for new vehicles. We've got the Environmental Protection Agency, which is, I believe, will work to regulate greenhouse gases from automobiles. And then we've got California, which has passed legislation and regulations that is seeking a waiver from the federal government in order to implement its own program to reduce greenhouse gases from automobiles. So we got a lot of cooks in the kitchen.
So how does your association feel about the waiver?
Well, we're going to testify on Thursday at the waiver hearing, and we've litigated. We want a national policy. If California gets their waiver, then California will begin to set the standards for the country, and certainly for the other states that have gone along with the California program. We think this is a terrific opportunity for the new administration to coordinate at the national level and come up with a national program that will move us as a country towards reducing our greenhouse gases.
Is it just too much trouble to deal with each state being able to set it up the way it wants?
Yes, it is, actually. We build cars for the United States across. We want to sell the same cars in all of the states. The compliance issues that we face with the state-by-state approaches is that we would have to manage the sales of the vehicles into that state in order to ensure that we met the compliance numbers. For greenhouse gases, you can do that nationally, and it's just as good as doing it on a state-by-state basis. So we need a national program here.
What is the way you do? What are the best kind of standards you can think of?
Well, what we've got right now is the Department of Transportation, which issues miles per gallon, which is there's a mathematical calculation to change miles per gallon into carbon dioxide, which is greenhouse gas reduction. So whether it's done in miles per gallon or grams per mile of greenhouse gases, it's basically the same thing. So it's a measurement of how much fuel you burn going a mile.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with the catalytic converters or things like that of the past?
No, we do control those, of course, and have been very successful in that. We've got 99% reduction of those kinds of pollutants that come from the automobile. So that's a huge success story. But this is different. This is actually the amount of gasoline that a car burns when it goes a mile.
So you're comfortable that this administration is going to be favorable toward your ideas?
Well, I think there's a tremendous problem because we have to get the most efficient program that allows the manufacturers to comply at the least cost and at the same time accomplish our objectives. So it's not going to be easy, but we're hopeful that we can get it done.
Sounds like it's not going to be easy. Thank you, Michael. This is Chuck Conconi, and this has been Focus Washington.